Hi, Hungries.
We're dads.
And this is the Dad vs. Dad podcast, and we're very late to release an episode.
That's right. This is Kevin. He's the reason we're late.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, maybe. I did move house.
And I'm Jeremy. I'm the other reason we're late. Yeah, there's house movings. We don't have a good schedule. We work crazy things. Actually,
I thought you were just going to blame me for us being late,
No.
but you took accountability. I'm
I'm
proud
an
of you.
accountability buddy.
Thanks,
And I have January off now. So we can knock out a couple episodes.
bro. I don't have January off.
Yeah, but it means like whatever time you do
Actually,
have off can be spent exclusively with Jeremy.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
We could hang. We could do a pod.
Okay, we could do a pod.
We could do 12 pods.
After Christmas.
And one for every month, and never have to. We wouldn't have to pod for a whole year.
We could. And we can start our Let's Play series.
Oh,
And we can do like a Nick Fat Guy, and we'll like work out heaps
you want
for
to?
12 months, and then we'll release. So we'll record 11 episodes, and then come next December, we'll be like, look, we lied. That wasn't.
Or
We'll be like,
we'll fail all of that and be like,
we'll be even fatter.
hey, we're dads. Can't say I've lost any weight. I think my boobs have gotten bigger.
We used to do weight loss challenges.
Yeah.
Should we do a weight loss today?
Mm-mm. I'm afraid. Although I don't have a proper working scale now. The one we had at our old house we got rid of, and that was a digital one.
Mm.
And so we started using the old one, and that just wraps around itself.
Because you're too heavy for it.
Well, it only goes up to 120, and I'm
Wow.
more than that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, like, by the time you get around, the springs are like, we're winding a bit.
Or if it's like, so you could draw the rest of the line so it'd be accurate.
No, I mean, it wraps around itself. It goes to 120 and then back to the start.
Back to 1.
So you start on 0.
Yeah, okay. So you could work it out. Maybe.
You can
Because,
definitely
the
work it
spring
out.
Could,
But I don't know if I'm getting the right weight.
what do you think it is?
I'd be hitting... I'm still at the 145. Probably 147.
You don't look that big.
I know. That's what worries me.
It's in your beard.
Nah, there's definitely a lot of food that I eat. I don't actually think it's the food I don't think I'm eating a lot of food. I think it's the food that I'm eating. And actually, I think energy drinks and stuff like that contribute way more than I think.
Yeah, stop having those. They're awful.
I know. Are you having them?
No, I quit them 100 years ago.
You're a good boy.
Yeah.
I should, yeah. Well, the other thing I was thinking was every single day for the past 5 years, I'm pretty sure I've bought a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like purchased on the day or had a box
Yeah.
of something and been able to drink from that.
It's thousands of dollars.
If I have that, it equals to almost $5 a day.
Yeah.
So in a fortnight, it's 140. Oh, well, sorry. If me and Ellie have that, that's 140 a fortnight.
A week. Wait.
No,
Yeah.
fortnight.
Yeah.
We'll go fortnight. It's fine. So it's a lot of money. It's too many money.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So tomorrow I'm like not drinking anything that isn't water or already in the house.
Yeah. Water's the best.
It's really good. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be looking at that.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get really skinny.
You will. Definitely. 100%.
I won't, yeah. I'll just turn into a minuscule being.
Cut down the beers.
No, I don't drink the beers.
Yeah, I know. Too, right?
I only had one
I know.
on the boat. We went on a barbecue boat. Boat for barbecues.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not what I expected. I expected like a table-sized barbecue in the middle.
Yeah.
And you basically sit around the barbecue. If your boat goes too fast, someone lands on it. But it's just a tiny little, like the world's littlest barbecue in the corner.
It's just a little... You know what it is? It's just a regular-sized
Barge?
barge. Is it barge?
Yeah, a bard is a singing man.
Barge. It's a barge. Yeah, a regular sized barge, but they had a barbecue on it. The barbecue's not significant to the boat.
No.
That's what blew me away. Because I was like...
But that's why I expected it to be huge. Like, it's like a barbecue
Like a
boat,
Korean barbecue setup on a boat.
Not like
It
a
wasn't.
little barbecue with a... Not a regular boat with a barbecue on it.
It was great.
Like,
I actually had
just call it a barge boat.
had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I guess most boats don't have barbecues on it, though.
No, I think a houseboat does.
A houseboat's significant, though.
I mean, I suppose they're
it.
not going to be like, this is barbecue boat featuring house.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't say... Yeah, and they wouldn't call just a barbecue boat a houseless boat.
Well, I mean, they could, like... I don't know. I've got nothing else to say on that subject.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was
Got a bit
good.
sunburned.
Did you?
A little bit.
I left my sunscreen up there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not surprisingly sunburnt, considering all of the heat that I had.
I didn't get like heaps sunburned. Just
You
a
look
little bit.
olive.
Your face is pink.
Yeah, I'm just embarrassed. Yeah.
Boy, was my face red.
That was... What's the original? I remember the first time.
Forgot to put sunscreen on today, and boy, is my face red. We've said it on here before. We're in repeats.
I think I've said it every year
I think you say it every episode.
since I've heard it. Do I say it every episode? We make a dad joke every episode.
Do we? Yeah, that's the gimmick.
That's our... Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What are we on? What episode did we decide we're
This
on?
is 98.
98.
That's almost 100 times you've sat down and talked shit.
At least for an hour, sometimes 2, sometimes half an hour.
Yeah, we'd had some long ones sometimes.
Yeah.
Half-hour one's pretty fun.
Oh, just get it over and done with, really. Like, that's enough of the you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been an alright run, I guess. It's been hard to commit to. I think the difference is we've changed. We've changed a lot, man. A lot has happened.
Yeah, well, our careers have changed.
Yeah.
Our aspirations have changed.
Yeah. Our kids are no longer kids.
Yeah, they're adults who moved out already.
Well, yours did.
Yeah.
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 I'm just... Yeah. Well, yeah, so Opie's doing homeschool.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing that. Actually, we left off on the last bit. Okay. Saga continues.
last episode.
On the last episode.
I could do like a... Oh, hang on, I gotta...
No, don't do that. So as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a text message and then a call by Vera. No, it's all right. Good on her. I liked hearing from her.
Yeah.
Opie's... So,
Oh, yeah.
from the last thing,
homeschooling.
we went and did a personal protection order because of the ongoing harassment and all of that crap.
Yeah.
Finally, that was served. He went back to school. Got on the bus. Bunch of kids beat him up, pushed him to the back of the bus, said, "Go kill yourself."
I thought we did talk about the bus incident on the episode.
I don't think we did.
Okay. Anyway, bus
It's
stuff.
possible. Maybe we did.
Bus thing happened.
Anyway, got to the school. Immediately called us and goes, "I'm just coming home." I'm like,
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, you are. We're not doing that. So, spoke to the school. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, how is it fair that my kid can't go and learn, but these guys get a slap on the wrist, maybe a couple of days at home, and they get to go back? My kid is in fear of going back. Oh, I don't have an answer for you right now. No, you don't have an answer because it's a bullshit system and you're broken.
Yeah.
It's so... There was nothing anyone could do. Nothing anyone would say. And then they... Because of the absences, they'd send a letter home being like, "Hey, we need to know about these days that he's taken off." I'm like, yeah, they're all accounted for. and you guys can't help him.
Yeah.
What do you want? I'm just so angry. And then
Are you like? Do you have to like properly register and stuff for homeschooling and all
Yeah,
this?
you do.
'Cause, like, have you done that already?
no,
Because the child services can come and be like,
yeah, they can.
punch you in the face.
No, they can, but they won't.
So register.
Yeah, no, but we had to wait until the end of school
Oh, lame.
because if we signed him up before and he got registered, we would have had to submit a report on the work that he was doing for the last of it.
Well, you should, every time they ask, you should be like, are those kids still there? They go, yes, of course they are. Well, he's not come back.
But as an alternative, because we haven't registered yet, and we do need to register, that's something we do immediately. We got to register. We also need to get a curriculum, which is something else as well.
Curriculator.
A curriculator, yeah. But they're really easy to sort out. They do like proper maths and everything. In the interim, before going through all of that, AI has become my good pal. I told you about it, but I'll tell all those people.
Yeah.
All mum and,
Yeah.
So, I type in, create a homeschool year 9 session on this subject.
Yeah.
And it will create the session, what they need for the lesson, what they need to know, and then create essay questions.
Yeah.
So, because I was like, all right, well, if Opie's at home, he will be, if he decides that he's going to stay at home, he needs to be active and he needs to be creative and productive. Otherwise, he'll sit in his room all day and he'll be moody and mopey and depressed. So I'm like, all right, you get into exercise. And he started doing exercise in the morning, and then we give him the classwork, and then, whatever.
Yeah.
The days that he does one of the classwork things I got him to do was, why is it important to have protein? And he had to do a whole essay on that. The other thing, because one day he spent all day in his room on his phone and on the computer,
Yeah.
and he came out, he was in mood, and the next day I'm like, all right, what is dopamine and how does it affect you? And so he had to learn about what dopamine is and the negatives and what a positive dopamine hit is and a negative.
Yeah.
And now he knows that if he spends all day on his games and stuff and he comes out in a mood, I'll say, you've been on your phone all day, you're in a bit of a mood, let's do something.
Yeah.
And he knows how to stop it, so he can actively do that.
Yeah.
It's been really cool.
It's pretty neat.
The other thing he's been doing is fishing in a pond.
Yeah.
He's been going down and catching all these carp. And then I told Dad about it because he's the fisherman. And he's like, you got to kill him. I'm like, I don't want a Dexter. I don't want to be raising a Dexter or a serial killer of any sort.
No, I don't think it's... There are some fish you're supposed to kill. I don't think carp's one of them.
Carp, yeah.
I thought the carp were introduced into there and they wanted them...
Well, I don't know. It's a fairly new suburb.
Yeah.
You'd assume that we can have carp in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd like dump them all in there and like, here you go, enjoy.
Here, kids, catch these and kill them.
Yeah, because it's not a natural lake.
Oh my God, you know what we've
They
been
didn't
watching?
just like magic in there. What?
We've been watching this show called Alaskan Bush People.
Yeah.
And it's these guys who live in the bush and they're, live off the land and all of that.
Yeah.
There's a guy whose name is Bear.
Yeah.
And he catches the fish with his hands. And because he doesn't have any of the tools or anything, he just grabs them, takes them out and punches them in the head.
Amazing.
Because puts them out of their misery real quick.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So he just catches these fish with his hands, which is incredible, and then just does the most inhumane thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So anyway, Opie's catching fish. He's doing fishing. He's working out. We want to get him into martial arts and stuff like that. He got a computer for his birthday. TJ got a guitar for Christmas.
Yep.
Sorry, Opie for Christmas. TJ got a guitar, a Les Paul.
Yeah.
And he's yesterday, because we went on the houseboat, the barbecue boat thing, he didn't play at all. So today he's like, no, I'm going to play for hours. So he played for hours, learnt like 3 new songs.
Yeah, cool.
He can play every intro to every song on Enema of a State,
Yeah,
Blink-182 album.
It's good.
Yeah, it's been friggin' amazing. That kid is like wired.
Yeah.
Ask him to do anything common sense. It's very difficult. He's like a typical musician, just very, very hard to communicate with. Definitely a spurg.
Yeah.
But then picks up the guitar and he's like, I can do that very well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, numbers.
No, not numbers. He's not good at numbers.
It is
Well,
numbers.
he's actually pretty good at numbers. He just doesn't care for
No,
numbers.
but not like numbers like math. It's just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bing.
See, but back when we were growing up, there wasn't like a spectrum. It was either Rain Man or normal.
Yeah.
So all these awkward people who couldn't speak at all, like just...
But there was a spectrum. We just didn't measure it.
Yeah. And it was ADD. When did the H become prominent?
Yeah, I know. I don't like the H.
But that's the H.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of the H. ADD was easier.
Was it?
Faster.
Your
Quicker
kid's,
to say.
your kid's an arsehole.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, but your kid's a hyperactive arsehole.
Yeah, but why not just go back to ADD?
No, I think because the hyperactivity is because it's the attention deficit disorder, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So it just links in.
It doesn't matter.
I mean,
We don't need that.
No.
We can just assume that.
Attention deficit disorder is just I can't pay
I don't
attention.
think there's two. I think it's just the one.
Well, I think it is just the one
there's
now.
no ADD kids. They don't exist.
They don't exist.
So just go back to that.
No, well, they just added the
The H
hyperactivity
is taking too long.
because they're on a spectrum. They're like I guarantee it's just another form of ASD.
I think we need it. I don't think we need the H.
I think we need the H.
I think we're getting along just fine without it.
We're not.
We don't need to
How can
because
you-
there's no one to differentiate before. It's just like...
Okay, do we really need autism? If they're not Rain Man, do we need autism?
Yeah.
Can't
We
make eye
need
contact?
it.
Spectrum.
Yeah. We don't say Asperger's anymore either.
Yeah, we do.
No.
Well, we say Spurg.
Yeah, only as an insult.
What do we say?
Just on the spectrum.
Some people say... No.
Yeah.
People say Asperger's.
No. Yeah, but it's not a thing anymore.
No, it is a thing.
No, they say like, nah.
Who are you talking to
Spurgs.
that knows this?
Oh, the Spurgs.
Guys getting diagnosed,
Yeah, but they're not called that.
they're like,
they're just
I
you're a
got
bit on the
diagnosed
spectrum.
with Asperger's, but
They don't call it
I'm
that
just
anymore.
on the spectrum.
Yeah. The spectrometer.
Spectrometer. Do you imagine if it was like a Speedo? Like some days you're just very good at numbers, then other days you're in like low gear and can't look at people.
Yeah. Yep. I do think that.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been using AI too.
Yeah.
Yep. Made a really good set of criteria stories for cover letters.
Criteria stories.
Yeah, you know when you apply for any public service position, they want like criteria. And they want basically like a story. Like it can't just be, I'm good at this thing. You have to give a whole story about a scenario where you were good at the thing.
Okay. So you're like, it was a bright and sunny day, and
Kind
Jeremy
of.
woke up with a sprint in his step.
Yeah, so I write my version of the story. I'm like, can you APS this up a bit? And AI's like, yep, and fixes it up a bit. And be like, oh, change that a little bit because that's not quite right. And there you go.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then for more casual positions, you can be like I just copied that whole thing and my resume into Gemini. And I'm just like, okay, now write me a cover letter for this position. These are the criteria. And it'll spit out like a story based on all those things and my work history and everything.
I remember applying for a job when I got this current job, I applied for a different one that I didn't really want. And I went to that. I had the interview, and I was just so tired that day. It was a mess. And after a while, they called me, and they're like, "Just letting you know, you're unsuccessful with the job." I'm like, "Okay, no worries, that's fine." And they're like, "If you like, we can go through some information as to what went wrong and what you can improve on." I'm like, "No, that's okay."
That's amazing, though.
Yeah, I was like, "No, that's fine." They're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "No, I got a job I want."
Yeah, but for future interviews,
I don't need one. I've got a great one.
But
I probably should have taken it, but I feel like I just would have beaten myself up on it. Like, oh, you could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I applied for a job at your work, and I was so tired and frazzled and everything. At your old job. And in the interview, they were like, "So what do you look forward to most during the day?" I'm like, "What? What do you really look forward to at the start of your day?" Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, probably lunchtime."
It's a bad
And
answer.
like, yeah, as soon as I left, I'm like, "What?" Of course they want to hear like, "Oh, I look forward to like helping clients and like it's my dream to like."
Do they laugh at that?
They kind of smiled and like, "Yeah, that's a good part of the day," or something like that.
It's a good part of the day. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bad interview. And the thing is, you would have had an in with me anyway. They were probably like, "Wow, we need to talk to Kevin. He's not good at recommending people."
I had a really good question at the end of my last interview I had.
Yeah.
I do have a new job.
Yep.
And I've gotten some other offers for jobs. For things.
Yeah.
Which I need to call them back at some point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so this is a question that a friend suggested, and I thought it was a very good way to end an interview.
Yeah.
Based on our conversation so far, do you feel I'm lacking in any significant areas? I'd appreciate the opportunity to alleviate your concerns.
Did you say it like that?
Less robotic.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I would be like...
I didn't say it exactly like that because I couldn't remember it.
What did you say?
Basically,
Based on what we've spoken about, was a shit?
yeah.
Did I get it wrong?
Yeah. And they're kind of like, "Oh, this area, this is probably a bit of area where we were a bit unsure, but it's also an area that's easy to train up in."
Yep.
It's like, yes.
So
So
you
at
didn't
that
have...
point, it's like they were looking for like, "Oh, we better have an answer for this." So,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like, "We weren't prepared for a question."
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't really know what the job's doing. It's not clear. The department I've never heard of before. I think it's made up. And I still believe that mostly APS is basically, it's like advanced Centrelink. It's like, we'll put you in a place, we'll make you work, we'll make you run around with other APS guys and make some of you wear suits and this kind of thing, and you'll all feel important and you get paid good money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I 100% agree. I don't think the government really knows what they're doing.
No.
I
They've
think-
got these little departments and things.
I mean, I guarantee there's absolute purpose to some of them. But I guarantee the people running it probably aren't suited for those roles. I don't think you can sit in a role for 10 years and be qualified to be earning the money you're earning. You know what I mean? You just don't have... Your skill set is based on one thing. You're not bringing anything absolutely world-changing to Australia.
Yeah.
Your public service is not service enough.
Yeah. But anyway, no more negative things about public service. We're big fans and we love public service. And the government is A-okay. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I do need to check one thing and then I'll be back.
Oh my god.
I just need to see who won the last mountain. Okay, first off, we'll look at Kevin's questions.
Now, this isn't something I want an answer for. I mean, it kind of is. But just something to engage with people. So, my question this week is... Well, this quarter of the year, because it's been like 3 months. What's the worst gift you've given or received?
Oh, I've got a good worst one I've given. And more...
That you've given?
It wasn't necessarily a bad present, but it reflects on how bad of a gift giver I was at the time.
Okay.
So 1 year...
Yeah.
For my wife-to-be...
Yeah.
For her birthday, I cleaned the kitchen and the lounge room.
What? that was genuine?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah, because I was that never cleaned and that shitty of a present giver that was like...
That was enough, was it?
Yeah.
Did they say, thank you, Jeremy? That's so lovely of you.
Yeah, they did be, oh, wow, kind of thing.
How fake can you get? That's fantastic. That's the worst present I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Forget everything I've ever considered.
Yeah.
So there's one, okay.
Although weirdly, I did, as a surprise,
Yeah.
I did recently clean someone's house.
Mm.
Pretty thoroughly.
Mm.
I didn't live with them or anything. That was just like a surprise gift.
That's genuine. That's like...
They were definitely thrilled with that. That was a different kind of...
Yeah.
Because that's not my own house. That's not my own mess. That's not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
And they had a
especially
shitty day
when...
at work, so that was like, wow.
Oh.
What a thing to come home to.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not...
But it's funny, I did the same... No, but
It's not a birthday or Christmas present, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, that
You're
was,
not
yeah.
like... All right,
that
now I
wasn't
don't have to get
for-
you anything for Christmas. Look at your house. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't.
So I was...
I've never gotten anything particularly bad, though.
Never anything...
No, like sometimes you might get like weird, crappy toys or something. It's not like... It's like whatever.
It's not like, oh, I'm disappointed that this is what I got.
Yeah, like you get a reject shop thing. It's like fun and funny.
So, all right, I'll go the worst thing I've gotten someone, which I thought was going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
But the response was horrible. So, for Mum's 50th, I got her a jar of Vegemite. You could personalise the name on them at the time. They were doing them with like Big W or something.
Yep.
And I thought it would be hilarious to get her a Vegemite jar that said Jan rather than Jane.
Yeah.
And I was like thrilled. I was so excited. I built up this thing. I'm like, this is going to be so funny.
Yeah.
She's going to lose it. She knows my sense of humour. And I remember particularly her 50th was a horrible day for her. Things just went wrong. It was just not good. And she opened the gift and she's like, oh. And I'm like, it says Jan. She's like, yeah, that's not my name. I was like, oh. She was so angry.
Yeah, because you probably would like seen those jars around and thought, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And like instead she gets a gag one.
For a 50th.
What would be cool though is one that said like jam.
Jam would be.
Or peanut butter.
Well, no, I thought, oh yeah, Vegemite, peanut butter. Yeah, I guess that could have been good.
Or like any other spread.
I just thought it was funny that it said Jan. Like,
Yeah.
because one time I default reset my laptop and I was too quick to type the name, pushed enter, and it like, welcome, Evan. And I was like,
Is that forever now?
yeah, it's just one of those things. So I thought Jan was funny.
It's a bit funny.
I spoke to her later. I spoke to her the other day about it. I'm like, do you remember your 50th, what I got you? And she laughed. She's like, that was pretty funny. So that felt good. But at the time, she was not impressed.
Oh, yeah, fair.
The worst gift I received, and it's not the worst gift I received, but how I responded to it.
Yeah.
When we were kids, I think I was 6, and there were these, like, you pull the cord and the thing pops up and flies away. There was these dragon ones.
Dragonflies.
And we were looking on the TV. Every time they came up, as kids, we were like, they're so lame, so dumb, the stupidest toy. Who wants that? And I got one. And it was from Auntie Sue. And she was like, hey, look at this. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she was like, do you like your gift? And I'm like, I don't really like it. Trying to be nice, but also sticking to my pride of like, no, that's a crap toy. And it broke her. She's like, oh, no, I'm sorry. And I felt so bad. That stuck with me till today. Like,
yeah, you know, you got to lie about it.
You have to lie about the gift. But yeah, I just felt so bad about it. And then like a week later, we went to Queensland and I ripcorded into a forest of a backyard. I never saw it again.
Yeah.
I think I got 2 whips of that. I felt horrible. That was the worst.
Yeah.
So maybe not the worst gift I've gotten, because it was a pretty good gift and very considerate. But yeah, my response was the worst.
Yeah. I remember one time, my at the time wife, maybe fiance, I don't know. She got 10 paintball tickets for like 10 of us to go to paintball. But like, we're all like fat. We've got bad knees. I'm like, I mean, like, paintball seems pretty cool. I don't think I can do it.
Plus shooting at each other. Like, I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, and like, I don't like pain. Yeah, I'm a girl.
It's funny because, yeah, everyone, like, I've got heaps of friends that are like, let's do paintball.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and so it's like, it felt really bad because she put a lot of thought into it, and she put like so much money buying 10 tickets because she thought like, oh, these people, and like her mum would come and brother and all these people, and like, I get like, it's a cool idea, but like, we're the wrong people to get that present for.
I mean, I'm terrified of heights. Don't buy me skydiving tickets. You know, like, it would be great for anyone who wants to do that. I'm not your guy.
I felt bad about not being excited about that present because it's like cool, but like, yeah, it's not.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah.
That could have been life changing. You could have been like, did you end up going?
No.
Oh.
No, I think they ended expired because it was also, we needed to arrange 10 people to do it.
Ugh.
And like, you know.
Yeah. Don't buy presents that require thought.
Yeah, but you know, there was just people in the mall and they were like, oh yeah, sign up for 100 tickets and, you know.
Oh, that'd be great for these people.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe they got gypped into it and they're like, fuck, we'll have to offload these. Because they thought, this is a terrible idea. I don't want these. I've got an idea.
I always feel bad about that present. Like, about not doing it. I think about it a lot.
It's weird, right? Same with that thing. I was 6.
Yeah.
It's like 26 years later, 27 years later, I still think about that present. It's horrible.
You know what? I think I never apologized for it.
Did you buy the present?
No, I cleaned the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. That's way better.
Because I'm very strong in my mind of like with your partners, always get them shit presents so they don't expect much the next. Like you build up every year, but you start off real shit.
Oh man, we're at a point. No, we started strong and it's just been hard ever since.
Yeah, you can't start off big and strong.
But now I'm like, don't get me anything because I want money. My life needs to have more funds in it, and if I want it, I generally just go and work out and buy it.
Yeah,
like, that's my thing. Don't get me anything unless it's like something small or like meaningful.
I tend to get like pretty small things for people.
Yeah,
like just kind of casual things.
Yeah, I couldn't do. I don't know. I hate
like every birthday. Me and producer Stacey, on each other's birthdays, we get each other ice cream, milk and cat food.
Oh,
It's just like a tradition thing.
that's very cool.
That's why I've got 3 cans of cat food in my house.
That's really cool. It's actually
Kind
very
of,
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't think gifts should be a thing. I think if you want to buy someone a gift, you get them a gift.
Yeah.
Like if you're thinking of someone and you go, that person would really like this, and I think it's pretty cool,
Yeah.
you do that.
I hate the pressure for it.
Yeah, I hate it. And I love that, like, with our family, with Mum, she's always like, no, Christmas is for kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it is. So we go all out with the kids, and she gets presents for the kids, and,
Yeah.
you know, and the kids have a great time. And that's that.
Yeah. Well,
Actually-
like, Dad, he'd be like, oh, I will shout you, whatever, the boat thing.
Yeah.
That's your Christmas present. Or, like, he'll shout us lunch.
I think an
That's your birthday
experience is
present.
a better thing.
Yeah.
And an experience together is a better thing.
Yeah, like paintball.
Yeah. Well, no. The experience with the person, although that was like a curb your enthusiasm thing. He's like, that was my gift to you and you shared it with someone else, but we were meant to be invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was different. Though.
Which I don't think you should. You shouldn't include yourself unless it's family.
No, you don't, like, I'm giving you this, whatever, experience. They'd be like, oh, come to dinner with me. That's
Yeah.
your present. It's different.
That's enough for me. I'd be fine with like an occasion or an event or a catch up. Or actually, that was one thing that a guy at work was saying. He's like, I don't know what to get my dad. I don't really know what he's into. I'm like, and then we came up with a theory that he was always in his paper. Like, I hate my life. It's really funny. But he ended up getting driving range sessions with him and his dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool present because he knows his dad likes going to do driving range.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could go and do that with him. Good.
Yes.
See?
That is cool. We should get on with the mountains because it's 8:30.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so Kevin won with Drunk Jeremy with his mountain for the second time.
It wasn't the second.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You've had that mountain before.
Now you're rushing me.
So you won. What is your, we went over it last week. We don't need to go over the cat stuff again. What's your mountain?
Bad landlords.
Oh yeah.
So this week I went, well, within the month, I moved out of our house of being in there for 7 years. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realise how bad our landlord was until our real estate walked into the house with us and said, I don't care what the house looks like, you're getting your bond back. I was like, what? That's wild. I'm like, I wish you'd told me 3 weeks ago before I cleaned everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's like, nah, it's been 7 years. They haven't done any maintenance. They, like, the fly screens were ripped off. We couldn't even open the windows because the bugs in summer.
Yeah.
And immediately open, like in this new house, it doesn't have air conditioning, but you open the back door and it just flows. It's 1,000,000 times cooler than the other house.
Yeah.
So we're already happier. But yeah, just the fact that so I think I talked about the leak in the bathroom. So it was leaking into the bedroom and it was soaking wet. Anyway, as we were taking everything out of the linen cupboard, we found black mold covering 2 levels of towels and stuff. So we just had to throw out a bunch of
gross.
linen.
Yeah.
Then when we moved the bed out, the wall that actually backs onto where our bed was facing has silicone on it, on the skirting board, because it had happened before.
Yeah.
So we've been sleeping in this house that's been, like, you push the wall, it's fucking squishy.
Yeah. It's so gross.
So we were living in this house for 7 years, not knowing how horrible that wall that we were sleeping against was.
Yeah.
It's just the worst. So, yeah. Bad landlords. Turns out the guy's just a massive wanker. Their real estate had a spreadsheet worth of requests and changes that needed to occur that they hadn't done a single thing with.
Yeah.
She had to get her boss in, and they all said, "Nah, we want you to sign this house away from us. We don't want it."
Yeah.
So they're like, "Nah, get rid of your business. We don't want it."
Good.
Yeah. So we ended up the last day we were there, as the real estate came through. The house looked immaculate to what standard we could get it, and because she said you're refunding the bond anyway, I'm like, cancel the gardener. So we cancelled the gardener, and then that guy was like, "Oh, I've had to employ someone." I'm like, "All right, I'll give you the bare minimum. Go there, clean it up."
Why?
Well,
Why
because
bother doing that?
well,
You
because
got your bond back? No. He did bad stuff. He poisoned your family.
the gardener,
What?
the gardener.
No,
Yeah, on the last day we were there, we had a gardener come over to do the final yard work.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'm like, "Nah, we don't need you anymore. I'm sorry. Thanks for your time." And he's like, "I've had to employ someone. I'm losing money on this."
Oh, that's what you mean.
And I was like,
yeah.
"All right, fine. Come over, do just the bare minimum,
Yeah.
and we'll pay you for that."
Gardeners? Okay. Yeah.
Which I reckon was still a jip, but whatever.
I've just changed my mountain.
Let's go. So bad landlords.
Yeah, my landie's great.
Yeah.
Like, I live next door to my landie. Potential for a horrible situation there.
Yeah.
She's totally understands how awful it could potentially be living next to your landie. Very, very good landie. But my mountain is gardeners. It's
Ooh.
impossible to find good gardeners in Canberra. I don't know about the rest of Australia or the world, but in Canberra, it just sucks. Like, you can't get someone to come on regularly.
Yeah.
Like, we used to try and hire people. They come on the first day,
Yep.
and they might do an okay job,
Yep.
but you're like, okay, it's good enough because I've been through a bunch of shit ones already.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we'll keep you on. You can come back every month or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't come the next month.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, we got busy. Yeah, we're part of that busy.
Didn't we
that
book
you're
you?
supposed to be? Yeah.
Didn't we book you?
Yeah, and there's so many times we found good gardeners and they come like once or twice and then just never come back.
Yep.
It sucks. And like, yeah, we went through so many. We went through like big companies, small companies, it still works, and it's just impossible to get a good, consistent gardener.
And you know what sucks? They could be very good, because I put my number on a "please help me find a gardener" page. And within the first 5 minutes I had calls, texts, everything.
Yeah.
It was infuriating how many people contacted me. I'm like, just one at a time, please.
Because another thing is, I think a reason that is because it's such an easy business to start.
Yeah.
You don't need any experience or training or anything. You just need to own a couple of tools.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
And so you're going to get a lot of people who are just shit at it, who just
Yep.
okay, I want to start a good business. What can I start? It's cheap. Gardening. Okay, I'll do
Yep.
that. Yeah.
I got one guy, he came around, he had a look, he quoted me, he's like, "What do you want done?" Blah, blah, blah. He finally did it. I was still getting texts a week later. I'm like, this is dumb, this is stupid, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you could have a consistent gardener if every single one of those people just went, "Right, on the books, every month I go to this place."
Yeah.
Apparently not. No, just sporadic shitbag move.
Yeah, they just, I don't know if they're just poor organising or whatever. But yeah, gardeners. Well, I'll say Canberra gardeners. I'll just say gardeners.
You know what?
What?
But I've also heard of shit gardeners that are consistent with the that they've been booked and then ask for an advance.
Yeah.
No.
They're yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying. Because they usually charge extra for the first time.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, the first one's got to be a big one because we haven't been here before. We need to get the yard how we can want it and easily maintain it, and then we'll be back every month.
Then it's just maintenance after that. Yeah. Pain in the ass.
But I guess because if they're getting more calls from lots and lots of people being like, yeah, we need a first booking, so it's going to be more expensive, they're going to be like, okay, we'll go do the more expensive
Yeah, but
thing.
then you lose...
Yeah.
Well, then again, they're obviously very busy and will continue to be busy.
Yeah, because people need gardeners.
People suck.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's a month of our lives. Couple of months.
We'll try to get a few episodes in January.
Yeah, I actually have about a full week off, 7 days, so
Yeah, we'll fit in here.
we'll sort that.
We'll do Let's Plays, episodes.
Converse.
We'll write an album.
Speaking of, just quickly, finished a full album worth of pre-production stuff. Wrote all my vocals, everything. Finally finished all the music. I'm up to vocals. And then I'll be sending it off for mixing.
Excellent.
Full album. I'll show you the end track. Just the end bit. It's really nice.
Okay.
Anyway.
Excellent. Very exciting. Bye, Hungries.
We've been dads.